Welcome back to the software engineering series. In this video, we will understand CMMI model in detail. So let us go to the slides and try to understand this concept. So here, the capability, maturity, model integration. This is the elaborated abbreviation for CMMI. So this model is a model integration. CMMI is introduced in 2000 by SCI, that is Software Engineering Institute, at Carnegie Mellon University. So they have developed this model. The main intention behind this is they want to improve and standardize the process in software engineering and other organizational activities also. So mainly this process defines goals and practices that are required to achieve goals, and mainly they look whenever they give this CMMI level to any company, they will try to see whether they are meeting these specific goals and practices, and up to the extent whatever they are achieving, they will be awarding that level to. So what are the specific goals here? Actually these goals, they establish the characteristics that have to exist. Like if you are planning to do any kind of process or activity, so how these are implemented and how they are effective for us to complete those process. Practices are these refine a goal into set of process related activities. So if I have to understand this maturity and model, why it is related, if we put the term maturity, actually it relates to the degree of formality and optimization of processes from ad hoc practices to formally defined steps to manage result metrics to active optimization of the process. And coming to the model, it is applied to an existing organization software development process, like how effective is the approach toward improving them. So basically CMI model has 5 levels, and out of them level 5 is the highest for the organization depending upon the processes and practices followed by them. As I said earlier, how they are following it, everything, it will be evaluated, and those levels will be awarded to them. Let us move to another slide where the slide we are going to understand is why this model is required. So first is improved efficiency, like planning the basics. Initially, projects are chaotic. Generally, they don't have any proper workflows. So they use basic tools like Trello or Excel to assign tasks and they track progress. But CMI is introducing structured workflow, ensuring tasks are completed on time, and in a way, all the chaotic points like chaos will be reduced here. The next one, the CMI level try to bring in those companies is consistency and quality, like standardizing the existing processes for better development and to achieve the quality. So here they try to follow the models like Agile or Scrum. Every team, they follow some predefined steps, making the quality consistent across all projects. So the tagline is standardization ensures predictable outcomes and high level quality deliverables also. The third one is scalability. Like as a freelance or a startup company, you will be dealing with small projects, but going ahead, you will be working on or you have to deal with larger projects. So at that time, the company grows and takes on multiple and larger projects. So how the sub-teams like development, quality assurance, DevOps are formed with clear workflows for collaboration. So all these things are allow company to manage complex projects and multiple clients efficiently. And the fourth point is data-driven decision like metrics. So we use metrics now. like defect rates, print velocity, customer satisfaction scores. All these insights, they help in identifying bottlenecks and they improve the workflow also. Finally, continuous improvement. By following all these things, we'll be having a continuous improvement, and every time we'll have the same energy and zeal, and that competitive spirit will be alive. Company adopts advanced tools like AI for testing and DevOps pipelines for faster delivery. And regularly, when we receive the feedback and the innovation of the company, all those things will be alive and they keep the company ahead of the competitors. So, let us move to the next slide. And these are the 5 levels, capability levels in CMMI: incomplete, performed, managed, defined, quantitatively managed, and optimizing. So this is another image which I found a summary of all the information is mentioned here. It's like I would say it's a quick glance with info and also the levels. And let us start understanding from this slide about all the 5 levels in detail. Level 0. So what companies generally do in level 0? These are the ones actually, they don't have any structured process, tracking mechanisms and plans. It's like a developer or a person who is responsible for the quality, like he's the torch bearer for the company, for the project. He will ensure that project meets the expectations. Simple words, a new or chaotic startup. So here, I have framed an example. Actually, I would say it is 2 examples where we have college fest, because most of the students, when they refer this video and they try to understand, for them it is easy to understand if I correlate the concept here to college fest. Another one is, obviously we need to know the real world also. So I have kept a software company also. So let us look into these 2 examples. College fest. So whenever the college fest is being conducted, say for example in a college, it is for the first time they have conducting. So how it will be? Obviously everybody will be in tension. A chaotic situation occurs. No one knows what needs to be done. Some of the things that we do out of no planning is like whatever task comes, we handle them. Okay, you do it, like that we'll give randomly. But so coming to some silly situation, there is a person who invites to DJ, but they forgot to book a sound system. Food stalls, they don't know what is the demand and supply. Soon after they open the stall, they run out of the stock. There is no defined role, timeline or budget. Like the torchbearer, we have one single person dealing the project. Here also, whoever is the torchbearer and whoever feels the responsibility, they do it. So here success purely depends on luck. Like with a few events going well and others, they might get failed because of lack of management. Coming to the software company, a small startup takes on projects without planning, obviously, based upon his good profile and hard work. Some reasons, with good context, he might have got a project, but there is no planning. So, what are the things they get tangled? Is developers, they work without documentation, timelines, or clear responsibilities. Code will be written reactively only, like fixing bugs only when client is complaining. Delay will be there because of various reasons like over budget, fail to meet the expectations. So let us move to the next slide. Level 1. So the tagline for this one is work is performed informally. Here the companies where the team, they have to put in extra hard work to achieve results, and primarily these are like startup companies, not freelance or someone where like 2 to 3 people in their car garage starting, not like that. That is level 0. But here it is a company, budding company. So here these companies, they don't have any structured tracking mechanisms or any standards. All the work, it will be done informally. Documentation, you can't comment. Sometimes it is documented, sometimes it is not at all properly documented. But the takeaway for this level 1 is they have technically strong, more experienced people will be there. Hence, the product will be churned out of them, definitely will be a quality product, since the company has strong teams, and even though they don't expect guidelines from the company, they give their best. So examples are informal software companies, small freelance teams. Let us come to the two examples. College fest, that means a year passed. Now the next year again the fest is being organized in that college. So now they have learned from the previous mistakes that has to be avoided, and the following things are the one that they are following as part of basic organization. Roles are assigned, like one person for sponsorships, another one for logistics. Based on the events planned, all the prerequisites, essentials for the events like music night and food stalls are planned in advance. All the tasks, we are doing them in WhatsApp group. For every type of event, we created a WhatsApp group, and all the volunteers are designated works through that group. Yes, there is some improvement based upon all these things, but still execution will be, I would say it is still inconsistent, and we can face last minute issues also. Delayed event schedule, they might disrupt the fest. So what about the software company example is talking here? Let us see. The company begins managing projects on case by case basis. Like we use tools like Trello or Excel to track tasks. They follow informal work flows. All the development team, testing team, like testing code after it is written. Success is better, but we cannot say it is consistent. So even though they are following the processes and they are not standardized. So let us move to the level 2. Tagline is work is planned and tracked. So what are these companies they do? They follow two main guidelines, that is defined guideline and focus on reusability. So they have planned processes within the teams, and these teams are trained in such a way they are made to repeat them and follow these processes for all the projects being handled by them. However, these processes are not standardized, but we made sure that these processes are followed regularly in all projects. So all the teams within the organization, they do not follow the same standard. So some companies are there that are in early stages for this level, like Zapier and Canva can be considered here. As of now, as per the current internet information, these are the two companies we can take an example. So coming to the two examples, that is college fest and software company. So first we'll look into the college fest. Managed, repeatable processes. So now the fest has understood it's time for us to create an organizing committee with defined roles. So these are the things that they are following. The first one is a team for sponsorships, a team for event management, and a team for logistics. Before the event starts itself, budget is prepared. Key tasks are tracked in Google Sheets. And now the fest is running smoothly, but it is still limited to the current year only. For now, for this year, they're very good and successfully completed the event. But next year, again, they have to do everything from the scratch. They have to start, because we haven't done any documentation for this one, so that the next team or next year we can follow the same. Coming to the software company, the company establish repeatable processes, and they will follow a checklist now. for everything: requirement gathering, development, testing, and delivery. Teams document work minimally, such as maintaining repositories and client emails. That's it. But no documentation with respect to testing, how the requirements are gathered, how system appreciation document, all those things they are not maintaining as of now. But point to be noted, projects are predictable even though there is no standardization in the organization. Next slide, it talks about level 3. So here the tagline is work is well defined. Here the processes are well defined and they are followed throughout the organization. So the takeaways in level 3 is they have strong team, well defined guidelines, they focus on reusability and also documentation. Zoho, Freshworks, these are the companies we can bring as an example for level 3. Now let us look into again the two scenarios we were discussing. College Fest, here they came with a well documented event now. So there is a fest manual, it is created. It explains how to organize events, how to handle sponsors, manage logistics. Clear workflow is there, where it has to start, how it has to end, in between what are the approvals they have to get. All those things are well documented. And also the logistics team knows how to book the venues 2 months in advance. Marketing team, they follow a timeline for social media promotions. And also whenever College Fest happens, it is obvious that we welcome new committee members, right? So training sessions are also being held for in this year, ensuring consistency in future fest. Coming to the software company scenario, the company adopts standardized process here. These frameworks, they follow like Agile, Scrum for all the projects. They have coding standards, testing protocols, and documentation is being followed in almost all the processes, in almost all teams across the company. And also whenever new employees join or whenever a new standardized process gets introduced, employees are getting trained to follow these standards as well, because these bring consistency and stability. So the next one, level 4, the tagline is work is quantitatively controlled. Here the processes are well defined and goals to be achieved is well defined. The takeaway, the key point is the actual output is measured, and to collect the metrics to measure each work in the organization, there is a proper metrics that they are following. Hence, we can predict the future performance also. Example companies that fall under level 4 as per the current information is Salesforce, Spotify and Dropbox. Coming to the two scenarios to understand the level 4, if I talk about College Fest scenario, so the organizing committee, they begin tracking metrics and they want to improve the future fest. So the things that they are doing is, as part of this metrics is footfall per event, like ticket sales, sponsorship revenue are being recorded in this year. Feedback is collected from whoever is attending and stall vendors. If the data shows that sports event has low attendance, they reduce the budget for it and they focus more on popular events like music nights. This is an example. So decisions are made based on data like this, and which will automatically improve efficiency and reduce wastage of money or resources. Software company scenario, this company starts using metrics to optimize processes, and they use various metrics like defect density, sprint velocity, and customer satisfaction scores are tracked. Here the data shows frequent delays in testing, and also they allocate more resources to QA teams. Every time the process is continuously adjusted based upon the measurable metrics that we are doing, because we need to bring the quality and we have to meet the delivery times. The next slide is level 5. Here we mainly concentrate on the tagline, that is continuous improvement. Here they have a well-defined process, they are properly measured. These organizations, they have good understandings of IT projects which have good effect on organizational goals, and they lay major emphasis on research and also development. This is the key takeaway in this level 5, with which they will be able to continuously improve their process. Examples are company, as per the current information we have here, is Google, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, AWS. So these companies, they are well known for their mature process and constant optimization, with which they are able to maintain the leadership in the industry. So again, coming back to our two scenarios, that is, I would say it is the 5th year for the College Fest. So now it became one of the best in the region, known for its innovation, because they followed the below things in the presentation. That is, they introduced new ideas like eco-friendly decoration, digital ticketing, hybrid online-offline events. Feedback is used proactively to innovate every year. Every small inefficiency like long ticket queues, all those things are being addressed with some ideas like QR based ticket scanning, like that. Coming to the software company scenario, the company focuses on continuous improvement. They experiment new technologies like AI for automated testing or DevOps pipelines for faster delivery. We refine the process using the feedback from the client. Regularly, the teams will assess and eliminate the inefficiencies, which will keep the competitive spirit of the company alive. So with this one, we have completed all the levels of CMMI. Hope you have enjoyed the learning. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.